Okay, so now open our council meeting, special council meeting. Are there any, there's no public forum, are there any apologies?
We haven't got Gary who has nothing to do.
Okay, we'll just take Gary, and if he zooms in, that's fine, because we will just address that. So do I have a mover? Move Tony, seconded.
Yep.
Seconded John, all those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Against, Terry, that's for the apologies, Terry. Any conflicts of interest? There being none, any items not on the agenda? We've just got this one late item, two supplementary items, which is the cost adjusted forecast, and that's from Hayden, and the property purchase for Thames. So, Hayden, would you like to?
Did you want to do the rates management?
Yeah.
One, two.
Okay.
I'll move.
Move, Tony.
I'll second.
Oh, that's with the approved amendments?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Great, okay, thank you.
Mari's updated the
Updated
resolution.
resolution, move Tony, seconded Sally. Any further discussion? There being none, all those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Against, carried. 3.1 cross adjusted forecast.
These are the rural numbers that have been presented.
So which scenario do we fit into?
Sorry?
So just while Hayden's getting ready, so this time, like normally when Bill give us numbers for the LTP, they give one set of inflation numbers for councils to use across the LTP. With the uncertainty this time around COVID, they've actually given three different scenarios this time.
Yeah.
So basically, we've looked at these three scenarios, and we believe from a staff perspective that we fit into the mid scenario, which is the one that says if you're an area council that has a higher reliance on tourism and retail, or a shrinking age population, the stalled rebuild scenario, which is the middle one?
The middle one.
The middle one would be the most appropriate one to use for the LTP.
So they're basically saying that the mid scenario is the most appropriate scenario for us to use, and seems to be the most accepted amongst other councils as well. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had feedback from other councils, and the majority of councils seem to be going with the mid for their LTP at this point.
And I think we've got the advantage of most of our tourism is local anyway. Domestic market, and so that's only going to increase for us this summer as opposed to decrease.
Oh, sorry, Leslie just pointed out to me, when I said mid, I meant the middle one, which is the store rebuild scenario, not the mid scenario. Sorry about that, if I put anybody wrong with that one.
Well, it's in your resolution.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, so we're on 3.1. Are there any questions for Donna and Hayden in regard to this? Pretty straightforward. Terry, anything?
No, that was, I thought it was the right decision, so no, happy with that.
Okay, Barry?
Just a comment, I see one of the authors was Garnish Nana, and I only make a comment in view of some of the forecasts he gave this council some time ago. He was perhaps 180 degrees wrong.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
I think most economists often are wrong.
No. He was,
Yeah.
it was more about grandstanding and what it seemed to be, didn't it? He was on a bit of a roll, I just think it was him.
Well, we did got the formula, the 7% growth per annum that he predicted 10 years ago.
Right, so moving right along there, so all those in favour, move it?
Yeah,
Move, John, seconder. Sally, any further discussion?
Yeah, just got one more. Can you just for the sake of understanding, the stalled rebuild scenarios with these numbers on there. Can you just explain them to me? As if the numbers drop down, it means that there's so if they grow, that means they're going to add value to it. What's on page 16 or page 21 of your agenda? Can you just explain those, Hayden?
Yeah.
You're just getting to the right page there.
Yeah. It's got the stalled rebuild scenario, and then it's got these numbers 938, 981, 982, 983. Does that mean that there's no movement going on through those different units, or planning and regulatory, roading and transport? What do they actually mean, those numbers?
So yeah, inflationary, if it's lower than 1, then or 1,000, sorry, then
1,000. Is that, it's talking inflationary, is it? What's it talking about? What do those figures mean?
Yes, it's cost adjusted, yeah. So in terms of inflation, so they're saying that
Like in year 20 at 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, so there's no adjustment in that year.
year 20 is
2020, it's got 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000.
Yeah, I believe they've changed their year, so I think that's 1920, so that's the starting year. So 2021 is the first year that, the one that says 2021 is, they've changed their sort of the way they're doing the way they've presented their years.
So in year 2021, it's got 1,011, 1,013, 1,012, 1,005, 971 in the different columns.
Yeah.
Does that mean that above and below 1,000 is inflation or not inflation, or what? I don't know what that means.
Above 1,000 is inflation, below 1,000 is, I guess.
Negative.
Yeah.
I found it very confusing, but okay. That kind of...
So just to be clear with that one, so the 2091 that you're looking at, under the 1,000, that won't be for this LTP, because we're looking at from year 21 onwards for the numbers for the LTP.
21, 22, 23, right up to 31, eh?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct, yeah.
So as the figure rises, that means what? Adding more value to it, or more?
So that's the inflation impact.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of confusing for me, but I'm trying to figure it out. So, okay, everybody else on board with this? They all clear?
Yeah, well, if you read the explanation for 4.2 on the stalled rebuild scenario, for us, it's a middle road conservative approach, really. No one really knows which way it's all going to jump.
Yeah.
So it's a safe assumption rather than going too low or too high.
Yeah, they've erred on the side of caution for sure.
That's it. Okay, any further discussion? There being none, all those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Against, carried. Thank you very much for your hard work here. And now we are on to the next one. Thanks, Steve. So, one more item. Oh, we're going into cover one move, seconded Murray, all those in favour, please say aye.